about people in the U.S. and on TV as part of black propaganda, psyops. We want $46 billion to do it in 2013. That's in the new NDAA that's passed the House. Christian Science Monitor, Associated Press, Reuters, secret kill list, secret kills are. Oh, none of that was coming. Now it's all in the books. Because I've seen cops say, you've got a right to be secure, and I'm here to make sure under public safety I keep you safe. So I'm going to taser you. And they actually teach the cops this. There is no Fourth Amendment. We can go in any house, any car we want. They have a right to be safe and secure personally. And I, as an officer, have a right to be safe. That's why I'm going to use, they're now putting something called a howler sound cannon that actually rattles your organs in the police cars. And I played a clip of it on a video I did last night from the RV. And the cop's like, I want you to hear me, see me, and feel me. And this old lady goes, it's scary. And they hit him with a sound weapon. And again, they're just going to keep upping the power. But continuing here, listen to this. You know, now they turn their siren on, it's going to have a little sound weapon that rattles your insides. This is Cornell Law University for the cops and the feds that are on our website. Legal Information Institute. Okay, Cornell Law. The biggest online legal encyclopedia for U.S. law. Fourth Amendment, in case you hadn't heard of it. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects. Now he's saying secure means safe. No. It means secure, like you don't get to stick your hands down my pants, TSA. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, because they always want to search your person. Houses, that's where you live. Papers, that's what's on you. And effects against unreasonable searches and seizures. And you read the court rulings, now they say, well, it's not unreasonable for me to just search you without a warrant. Listen more. Shall not be violated. You will not violate that. Will not. Shall not. Ever heard, you know what that means? And no warrant shall be issued, so you got to have a warrant, but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the person or things to be seized. Can't have big drag nets. Can't listen and read all the emails because somebody might do something wrong. Can't do door-to-door gun searches because somebody might have something that's illegal. Can't search everybody's bags because somebody might have drugs or a bomb that the government shipped in. Can't have a drone, and I have legal experts clips in the videos why they're so mad about how it's illegal for a drone to come down and look in your backyard if you have a fence. Truth is, these satellites, it's illegal to be pointed at the U.S., but they got you used to it with weather and things. Well, now they're using the spy satellites for farmers building barns or dust on their land. The EPA comes and finds them. Satellites we paid for to fight the evil Ruskies who were going to bring tyranny here. But now the bankers that run us, they have control of the satellites, the 30,000 drones. They're weaponizing them. We told you that was coming. It's already been happening. Now they admit it. Ground combat robots, big 18-wheelers that pull up that are robot-driven. The back comes down. A bunch of combat robots roll off. I told you about that, classified 14 years ago, now declassified. And that's just the stuff I knew about 14 years ago. I told you 15 years ago they take all your blood at birth in the entire Western world, from Australia to the U.S., from Canada to England, from Germany to Scotland, at birth for now 40 years, 2012. 40 years ago, a global secret program for eugenics. Oh, now it's Associated Press, Reuters. I'm right again. You like that? See, this is the real world, okay? And they've got these idiots paid full-time to come in and now say a drone coming down and looking in your backyard is not illegal. Of course it is. And all the courts have ruled it is. And we happen to have clips, little short clips they hate from mainstream news admitting it's illegal. They hate this video with a passion. Listen to this. What the bleep, Watson, Paul Watson? We have a Fourth Amendment right to secure, not to be secure, not private. Your papers are secure. They're private from illegal searches. And they twist that. It's not there to protect you from embarrassment. They're allowed to look through your house with infrared radar, this guy's saying. It's your right to not have your security and safety violated. Hello, MP. Oh, you're freaked out. I know who you are. I got you assessed. I live this, okay? I live in the real world, not in your fantasy land. And when you start trying to live in the real world, not fantasy land, your brain actually turns on. When you feed your brain garbage info, it starts becoming delusional because it thinks that's what it's supposed to do. I want reality, and I want it now. And I want you to stop saying you can grab my family's genitals and put fluoride in my water and have a drone come down to my backyard and listen to our phone calls without warrants. Oh, yeah, 6 years ago they said they weren't doing it. Now they're like, yeah, we listen to everything you do. We're allowed to do that. I mean, Petraeus said, Fourth Amendment isn't what it used to be. That's real funny to that crook. Oh, it's illegal every time. But Petraeus is a general. You're anti-patriotic. America's free for drones and checkpoints. You evil man. And it just goes on and on and on and on. And then they're like, it's a misleading headline. It's not a drone. Really, it's a thing with a camera looking at us. Do we say government drone? Again, they're just so upset by this video, which really tells me it's going mega viral. Awesome news to have Pentagon folks on there right now and globalists. Again, you don't have a right to privacy, you liar. The Fourth Amendment and all the rulings, it's about privacy. Of course you have a right to privacy. That's why they have to have a warrant. But he says, you're crazy. No, you don't, conspiracy theorist. Let me read it to you one more time, because it's like a vampire at high noon or a vampire, with a giant silver cross crammed in their face. Let me read this to you. It's called the Fourth Amendment. I know this is going to upset you. I'm going to say it. It's like nails on a chalkboard. Are you ready? It's like a silver bullet to a werewolf. It's like pedophiles not being able to work for the TSA or defrock priests. It's a nightmare for them. They need children. Here it is, Fourth Amendment, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures. Searches, that's a drone searching your yard looking at you, shall not be violated, and no warrant shall be issued but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. The things to be searched, seized. And the cops now go, you have a right to be secure, therefore I'm searching the vehicle for my safety. Okay, well, the banks are going to take your money for their safety as well, because when the law's gone, you got nothing. It's gone right now. It's all selectively enforced. Oh, boy. Amazing. Absolutely amazing just to see them freak out. I don't normally cover it, but it's just very educational, very, very informative to see people freak out like that. And again, it's red-linked at the top of Infowars.com. Drones shot down over Texas, and it goes through Charles Krauthammer saying it's illegal and other constitutional law people. And it's all broken down right there in the article. And also the mid-air collision situations with these drones. It's all up at Infowars.com. Enough about that. Let's go to your phone calls now. I'm going to try to hurry through some of those. I just am digressing off into the delusional nature of some of these people. I got to get back into my text messages. I'm not using IM for some reason in my calls, as we never installed it on these computers, or I don't know. But I'm using my little iPhone that I told you a decade ago that the smartphones were coming out that would track you. Now they admit it. But I'm back because I'm right. I shouldn't be so fearful. I should just love the tyranny. Let's talk to Janet in Massachusetts, and then Dr. Jones, Dan, Jerry, and others. Jerry disagrees. We'll go to him in a minute. He probably loves drones or something. Let's go ahead and talk to Janet in Mass. You're on the air, Janet.
Hi, Alex. Thank you so much. You're making me laugh. You do that so well. You bring up the Constitution. You educate people with even mainstream news, which is almost impossible, right? And I've been listening to you for years in the People's Republic of Massachusetts, and I just have two things. I don't know if you're aware of it, but the Massachusetts Republican Party is trying to get rid of the delegates tonight that we elected for the Ron Paul Liberty campaign.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Ron Paul won in a bunch of states. They've even had to admit in the New York Times, but they're going to try to block all those delegates. That's what they do. You've got to have Bain Capital candidate A or B, both men run by the same mega banks.
So true. It is so true. We're having a protest down at the Holiday Inn in Marlborough. If any of the Mass listeners, can join us, that would be great. Starting at 6 o'clock, they're going to try and have a vote to disqualify all those delegates at 6:30 tonight. And the other thing was, I was with a bunch of people, and I think they were mostly OBOT supporters on Nantucket this weekend. And I don't know why they put up with me and Craig, because we keep going after them, saying, do you know what's really going on? Are you aware of what's really going on? Finally, one of them said, yes, but I can't handle it. And when I start talking about the real power of people, the energetic power of people, they kind of calm down and they can listen better. So I was wondering if you could get people on like Richard Bartlett of Matrix Energetics and Lynn McTaggart of the Intention Experiment, and even Raymond Grace, who's a hilly-billy dowser. They've all been on Coast to Coast, and they can help people see that we are more powerful than this. I don't know how we can stop the radiation without figuring out how we can heal each other energetically, and it's been working for me. I've seen some miracles over 6 years.
Well, I'll tell you how you heal yourself. You just do what the FDA and EPA did, and you just tell everybody that it's fine and that radiation is now good for you, like the government says, and don't be a conspiracy theorist. Radiation is good for you. The DU is good for the troops. The Pentagon said they couldn't use it until 1990 or so, and said it was totally deadly. But now they said it's good for you, and the troops are dying and having birth defects with their children from it. That's just another blessing of government. I appreciate your call. Guys, I know we've got studio quality audio to you via that system, but I lost my Skype, and I'm on a PC here, which I'm not used to. And I don't need the people to come in the room. It's fine. I can get the network to fix it. But it dropped, and it kept saying click here, and I was clicking to bring the video back up. Houston, I know it's really awesome, but it's kind of cool, like we're up here floating around the planet. What do I click here to have you guys reconnect when you're calling me? Because it's a blue interface, not the normal green and white one. Yeah, no, I knew it was offline, and it was sitting there beeping for about 5 minutes while that lady was talking. Listen, I know we're offline. What I'm saying is it shows we're still online. Yeah, no, I know we're offline. We don't need to have a discussion about that. If you'll just, as I said, reconnect and tell me what to click, I'll do that. Because I don't know it with this PC interface. Let's go to another phone call before we go to break here. You guys can just tell me while the caller, what I click on here. Let's go ahead and talk to Jerry in Colorado, who says he disagrees. Jerry, go ahead.
Yes, Alex, about people trying to shoot down drones. The only thing that worries me about that is somebody taking a centerfire rifle and launching around up in the air, no backstop over the horizon, and what goes up must come down. And it reminds me of every New Year's Eve in a big city where idiots
Sure, celebratory fire. Yeah, well, we were on the middle of a 10,000-acre ranch 5 miles from any settlement, so it's fine. But yes, obviously everybody knows that. Our point is that people are talking about shooting drones down, and if you let these people push this celebratory fire thing, you got a better chance of being killed by a great white shark. There's only about 2 of those a year than you do from celebratory fire. That's hyped to shut down all the gun ranges. That's what that's about. They're trying to shut police gun ranges down. And so that's, I've looked into that. That's a bunch of hype, made-up garbage. I mean, yes, some of the folks in the old Wild West stuff, or the Muslim countries, every 4 or 5 years somebody gets hit by one of these things. But I'm not saying, and I say in the video, it's like such a nanny state, go out and shoot down drones. We say don't do that. Shoot them down politically. But it's fine to go out in the middle of a ranch and shoot a helicopter when there's when you're 5 miles from the next fence line.
Right, I understand that. I'm not sure if it's as rare a thing as you might think. Where I go shoot in a rural area in northern Colorado here, the lands are spread out over thousands of acres where people can set up sites, and it's not unheard of at all for somebody to launch one over the horizon and have a near miss or hit a ranch building. Yeah. If you shoot a 50 caliber perfectly, it might go 4 miles. 223, it's about 2 miles. If you look at that, but I mean, hell, according